Hiya, I'm the Lovely Notebooks lady, and I'm coming to you today to just give you a brief rundown of how I got started in my craft business and where I am today. So in 2000, I would say, in 2000 I did a degree in screen printing in London, and a lot of my work was very print based. So I did a lot of screen printing, a lot of sort of like playing with colours and different abstract prints. I did sort of like dabble in knitting and sewing and, you know, textiles and all those different things, but a lot of my work was very print based. So the actual college that I went to was London College of Printing at the time, and it was very good. So yeah, I did a lot of print based work. So from the time I kind of started to the time I finished, I built up a huge portfolio with loads of different designs and prints and loads of different textile stuff. So after that, I kind of thought to myself, well, I need to use this work that I've done to achieve something, to kind of go on to do something else. So at the end of the actual degree, we did an exhibition working with loads of designers and stuff, and I worked on making my own range of clutch bags and sort of like cuffs and things like that. And it was really good. I had a good time, and it was really good to kind of get into something that I was really good at. So from then on, I kind of thought to myself, well, I really want to work in my field and do something what I'm an expert in. So I used my actual one of my prints as my sort of staple way of kind of establishing myself. And from when I'd done it from university, I kind of carried it on, and that's just the way I kind of thought that I would kind of establish myself, is use something that I've done before and kind of carry it on. So I worked with another designer making more bags, but I don't know, it didn't really stick well with me, the bags and the clutch bags and things like that. So there was something else that was niggling, saying I need to do something else. So it took me a while to even establish what my business is now. But I soon kind of came across notebooks, and I kind of played around with materials and different things, and I thought to myself, this could actually work. So like I said, I used my image, my sort of like symbol that I used from college, and I kind of carried it on. So my as you know, my business is called Lovely Notebooks. So the actual logo that I used was this logo here, and that's what I actually used in a lot of my work back then. So so I used that a lot in my work, and I actually used it as a way to kind of say, right, this is me. So I came up with a material that I wanted to use, which is suede, and I actually printed on suede. And obviously I had to perfect the way I covered books and things like that. So I managed to kind of perfect the way I made the leather sit around the books, and actually screen printed books in the same material. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of distorted from the light, but you can see that the same image is actually on my books. So as you can see, I've made it into a book with the same image of what I did from college. So yeah, that's kind of what I did to kind of establish myself. So I kind of went on from there. So I worked with leather, and I kind of manipulated it and things like that. I used different types of leather, like snake skin, and more leather, like the shiny leather rather than the suede. Yeah, I did that. And I also kind of worked on different materials, and this is where my kind of heritage comes into it, because I'm from Ghana and half Jamaican as well, my background. And so I kind of went into the Ghanaian textile market, where I used a lot of the African print, Ankara and loads of different Veliscos and things like that, to name a few. But yes, I used those prints to cover the books as well. And what I did is I kind of embellished it by using ribbons and a little bit of padding to kind of just make it look a bit different. So if you haven't been on my website, this is the sample of what I kind of use as my kind of product. you know. So that's my craft. So I use the same technique as the suede, but I just use it for the material there. So yeah, that's basically how I kind of got started to where I am now. So to kind of like to let you guys know out there that you don't have to kind of come up with an idea from the get-go. I've kind of taken this from way back when I did university. I did my degree and I kind of carried it on from there. I think there was an urge that needed to come out of me, and I think those images and the way I did a lot of my print work, it's a passion for me, and I knew that, you know, my craft was going to make me something, was going to actually turn into money for me. And that's why I've carried on with this craft business, because I do believe in it. And I'm going to keep going as much as I can to carry on with this business. So I just thought I'd come to you to give you a brief, quick rundown of how I got started and where I am today. And like I said in my other previous videos, I've been featured in magazines and stuff. But I would, like anybody out there, just encourage you all to just do what you can and just take what you've got, your passion, something that you're good at, something that you really enjoy, and just go with it. So that's what I would recommend. And I'll be doing more videos to support anybody out there. So you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.